What's up, people? Doing a quick video here. Two knives, maybe two if I get both of them in, but both from South African makers, both newer makers, and that's basically it. I will say this, just a side note, you ain't going to be seeing a ton of videos from me. I definitely still like knives, but basically I just got tired of the BS, and I got more important things to worry about than knives and whatever. But I still will do an occasional video here or there. It's just not going to be as much. But anyway, first one is the Ranger, which is this knife right here. It's the only one on the table. It's a knife by Jason Guthrie. I believe that's how you say his last name. This is prototype number 8. He was doing 20 prototypes, I believe. Here is the spec sheet. It is in millimeters and grams because he's obviously from South Africa. But so that's that. Real quick, I'll try to pull this up for you. Let me see if I can. There you go. On IG. So I can get to the zoom in. There you go. That's his IG page. So there's his Facebook and his email if you want to get a hold of him. So now that's all passed. And then my light went to shit for some reason. But this is the knife. This is the Ranger. Real quick, specs. These are all kind of off a little bit, but pretty freaking close. Overall length is 8.67 inches. You have a 3.9 inch blade length. Blade steel on this is M390. I didn't do a measurement closed. The weight is around 3.6, 3.7 ounces. So pretty light for the size of it. It's a rather large knife. It is a titanium frame lock. One side is full carbon fiber though. Obviously that's why it's so light. Flow through construction. You have 3 standoffs and a stop pin. Full flat grind on the blade. Like I said, it's M390. You got jimping on top. The jimping is effective, sort of. Like here, it's definitely grippy. But when you pop the knife open, to be quite honest, it's kind of really hard to get a grip. A little bit, maybe, but not really. But to be honest, the ergonomics of this knife, I mean, it literally just locks in. I mean, this thing's awesome. I really love this knife. His price is right around 400 American dollars. And then there's shipping, which isn't much. Shipping from the South Africa, I think it took 4 days to get to me. It was crazy fast. So just kind of a standard pivot. It's a little, big. You only have a thumb stud on one side. Action on this thing is pretty freaking nice. And I'm sorry for this. I don't know why this thing will not zoom right. But maybe if I take some shit out of the background. But anyway, action's great. Pops right open. It is running on washers. I think it's like the nylon or Teflon washers, if you can kind of see it in there. But action's nice and smooth. Pops right open. And like I said, it's pretty much just a great knife. From the standpoint of it's like a user. I mean, it's definitely. I've cut up some boxes and done some work like tomatoes and crap in the kitchen and full flat grind. It's great. It's kind of reminiscent to a paramilitary too. Obviously not in shape, but just the cutting ability. The blade stock, it was on there, but I can't remember. It was in millimeters. But here is a small Sabenza, which is I think 120 thou or 125 thou thick. So you're probably looking somewhere between 145 thou to maybe 160 thou, somewhere in there. Probably like 150 thou to be honest. Somewhere close to that. Built kind of like a Sabenza. He is from South Africa. By that I mean, like I said, the thumb stud's only on one side. The titanium has kind of got like a very, very light orange peel to it. Spring clip. The clip's awesome. Good retention. Easy to get in and out, but still holds the knife in. He did that. He said he modeled after the South African flag. And then you have the actual lock is carburized and carbidized. So there's no stick at all. There was like a tiny bit before, and not like anything substantial, just like you could just feel a little, and then it would push. But like I said, it's nice and smooth. I put a little nano oil on it. Centering it is dead center. There's no play. It's just a great EDC knife. Like I said, you got a nice size. It's pretty large actually, and it's very lightweight, and the ergonomics are just great. So if you're interested, hit them up. And honestly, I love this carbon fiber. I think it looks great. But if you're interested, hit them up. Definitely a great dude to deal with. And to be honest, from this other knife I'm doing too, it's not going to be as long. But both of these makers are just refreshing to deal with. Good guys. You email them, they get back to you usually the same day. And there's a big time difference, like 8 hours or 9 hours or something like that, maybe more. I don't know. From the U.S. to South Africa, depending on where you are in the U.S. and South Africa, I'm sure. But somewhere around that time frame, they're just awesome dudes to deal with. Work in progress, picks, all this stuff. It did come with a zipper case, the little drill bit that he used to, I guess, drill out the pivot and whatnot. And just a great dude to deal with. And like I said, it's the U.S. makers, that's one thing that turned me off. It's like you can't get a hold of them. They act like their shit don't stink, like, you know, they got better things to do. And honestly, that's kind of the thing that drew me away from custom knives. It's just like, you know, and everyone gives them, you know, excuses for the way they are. Well, they're busy, they have a lot of orders. I know that. But you know what? I'm busy too. I do multiple things, and I still can email people, and I get a shit ton of emails between work, military, and, you know, my normal, you know, everyday personal life. So, yep. That's that. Sorry for that little rant. Didn't mean to add that in. The next one is the MK1 Model 1 from a guy named Clyde Challenor, maybe. I got this because it really reminded me of the burger knives, Lex, that I had. And it's a front flipper. Pops open. You have carbon fiber bolsters with green G10. Obviously, I picked the Keller scheme. Gold anodized tie liners with a carbon fiber backspacer. Just kind of your run-of-the-mill spring clip, and then kind of like a modified Warncliffe sheepsfoot blade. The blade is an RWL 34. You can see his maker's mark right there. It's kind of like a lightning bolt. And centering is maybe just a touch off. I don't know why the focusing is so bad. But anyway, this literally cost me about as much as a Benchmade. It was around 140 US dollars. He's already on to Model 2, and I'm going to get one of those. I'm sure his prices will eventually go up because he's doing great work. For 140 bucks, you can't beat it. The only real nitpick with this knife that I have is it has sticky lock, and it is, like right now, it is crazy sticky. But there is no play whether the lock sticks or not. If you open tough like that, you do gotta. And he said on the Model 2s, which the same style of knife, but it's just a little slimmer in the handle, and the overall length is longer, blade is longer. The blade on this one is just under 3 inches. Here's a small Sebenza for comparison. It's basically around the same size. The blade might be a little touch bigger on the Sebenza, and here's just for the Rangers, obviously way bigger than both of them. But overall, for his first model in one of his first folders, he's doing a hell of a good job. Definitely like the blade. And I love the front flipper, and I like it better than that kind of middle one that like Van Heerden does in Thorburn. But I like that style. And if you open it slow like that, the lock is not that sticky. But if you spring it open, the lock is usually sticky. Like I said, it is starting to break in. He said it'll definitely break in. But for that price, and this is just a sweet little knife to carry. I like it. It's just a nice little EDC knife. Blade thickness on this is, I don't even know. I don't know the weight or anything like that, but it's maybe just a little bit bigger than the Sebenza. So probably like 130 thou, somewhere around there, 135, I don't know. But anyway, that's that. Those are the two knives. Both of these dudes are just awesome dudes to deal with. I'll get up on my video. I will put Clyde's email on there if you're interested. Definitely an awesome dude to deal with, and the same with Jason. So if you get a chance and you're interested, definitely both great knives for a very decent price, both of them. So that's it, and out.